Welcome back to Crash Course or Nothing podcast. I'm your host, Youssef, if you guys don't know already. And I'm always joined by my co-host, Vin.
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
He's back. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it last time, obviously. He had a game. Before we get into the game, uh, obviously, I felt like the chemistry that we had is great and that we're that we're starting to build off. And I was like, damn, man, I miss him so much. Last time. Because I actually felt like I'm more comfortable now on camera, having someone who started with me this podcast, right?
Hmm.
Um, but um, last week, the Debo
Yeah,
game, how did that go? I mean, if you want to share it to the
yeah,
audience and tell them know how that went.
yeah. So last week we had our Dragon Boat Nationals. So it's the Canadian Nationals. It's pretty cool. First time ever. I mean, first time I'm doing the sport really. And
Yes.
really, it's ever since COVID. I think there was only one other Dragon Boat Nationals in the last couple of years. So it was like a very big privilege to be able to go. And there were so many teams. Like it was crazy. It was in Welland, and Welland's like we had it in like this canal type thing. You guys should search it up. It's actually really cool.
Hmm.
It looked really nice, but we went and there were so many teams there because it's not just like our league because we're in the youth under 24 league,
Yeah.
but then there's like the seniors league, like the Premier League, which is like they're like the more like the pros, um, and then like there's also the under 18 league. So there's so many people there, and then there's people from all over Canada, like Quebec, Vancouver,
Yeah.
and one of my favorite teams that I've actually been following and looking up to was their shout out Juice Dragon Boat. But yeah, no, I
uh,
saw them. That was cool. But in terms of how we did fairly well. We went out there, we raced our hearts out. Especially going out there, it's kind of one of the newer crews. Um, I know last year was like one of the first years that Mac was kind of put on the map, and this year was the first time both boats was able to go.
yeah.
And it was really cool just being able to race with everyone, kind of being in that environment. It's like the competitiveness was
Competitive.
sick. It was
Yeah.
sick. It felt really nice, and it was It was like a healthy competition. You know, we pushed each other. We focused on the task at hand, and we performed. Yeah, and then after we finished, it was pretty fun. We like jumped in the lake,
Yeah.
like we were having fun.
Celebrate it.
Yeah,
Uh,
so now the season's over, and yeah.
do you guys like program like during the season before the games
Hmm.
come on? Are you guys like do you guys have a specific program that you follow? Like what kind of program it is?
Yeah. Well, so
If you
basically how it works, once you like if you're talking about team program,
yeah.
our coach gives us kind of like a dry land workout that we have to
Mm,
follow. So in addition to like pool practices before we actually start in the water,
yeah.
there's gym workouts that you have to
Mm-hmm.
complete, and you do it as a team together. But then on your own time, you're kind of doing your own program.
Yeah.
So you're free to technically do basically whatever program you wish. And because not everything works the same for everyone, right? But
Yeah.
you got to make sure you're hitting the basics of like
Uh-huh.
you're hitting rower, um, you're doing perg, and you're working on just any movement that actually helps you in a dragon boat.
Yeah. Um
So that's kind of like the big focus after that. For me, I kind of stuck to my usual like Ollie lift program because I found that it actually helped me a lot
you
with
use an all lifting program?
yeah, like back then, yeah, like when
Okay.
I first started off, and it actually helped me a lot with explosivity. So that's kind of what I was doing.
Now
Um,
I'm using an all lifting. I used an all lifting program for 1 month now, and obviously have seen progress. I think you guys have seen
yeah, for
progress
sure.
in all of things. Like all of things is really hard for the people who don't know. Like in terms of if you don't have mobility, eh, yeah, you'll struggle a lot because you need depth and while squatting, and you need movement to like be easily able to place your shoulders behind your back and
Hmm.
like behind your head. I mean,
Yeah,
and like
mobility
have
is
yeah.
huge.
So mobility is a huge. Um, and I think within the having a program like lets you know, I think exactly what you should do and what you should not do, and it puts you in place. I think especially if you're a beginner and trying to do either powerlifting, bodybuilding, or not bodybuilding actually, because bodybuilding I think is the only one that in terms of ollie lifting or powerlifting doesn't need a program because like you can just go push pull legs and do like a couple of movements of each muscle group and you should be fine. That's how I also started in terms of bodybuilding, then switched off to like other various like fields.
Mhm.
Um,
You should talk about your program you're doing right now.
but that's what I'm getting to. I
Yeah.
think um, having that program kind of puts you in place. I didn't think of it in the beginning as soon as I started my fitness journey in terms of like just going to the gym because I was a skinny kid at that time, and I think within um, as I grew a bit, I went into powerlifting and then realized, oh, maybe I need to start having a program. I didn't though, but when I switched to ollie lifting, I was like, oh, this is like totally different. I can't just like wing it by myself, and I had to like get a program. It's like a catalyst program. A friend of mine, Ryan, told me about, and then I ended up just like purchasing it. It stays with you like your whole time, your whole life basically. It's just with you, and you then it puts you on track and it increases your squat, increases your all various accessories to help you push and all lifting. So that's why I think having this program puts you in terms of like boundaries and gives you this like measure or metric of progress that you can tend to follow and then see how far you've come in terms of progress, right?
Hmm.
But to set us in for this, I think, episode's title, which is like about
Why you
basically
work out
mainly working out.
and like
Uh,
why you work out and stuff
yeah,
like that.
I'm gonna bring on a set of questions and we can delve in from
Yeah, yeah.
there, and you can all obviously we'll expand on top of it.
Sounds good.
Um, but I think something we both wanted to start off is why did we start?
Hmm.
Like, why did we start working out? And why do people like why should people start working out if they're thinking of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, um, for me,
If you want, I'll go first. It's up to you.
yeah, no, you go first. Mine is kind of a long, long story. I have a long
Okay,
story.
okay, fine. I'll go first. I think for me, I was a skinny kid. I was chubby, and then as I hit puberty, I don't know what happens. Like usually, you just get like I don't know what happens. You just get skinnier. Depends on body
Yeah, it
types.
depends on the person too, but
But I became skinnier, and I wanted to build muscle. Wanted to look good. I had lacked confidence in my body, and so that's what I'm. I started going to the gym. Started bodybuilding. It was a safe space for me. There were moments, not to get deep, um, but I came to this country. Obviously, didn't have that many people or didn't know people, and the gym was there. Honestly, like for me to spend my time
hmm.
with and study and just focus on myself. And I had that time and space and relationship that I built with the gym. I felt good, and I felt happier and less anxious, less depressed, because I started taking care of myself and I started looking good and better. And I think it's just something with working out in general that puts everybody in a better place in their life where they just gain drastic confidence, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Yeah.
but obviously, like confidence starts within you. Like to be honest, but you need to put in the work to gain that confidence too. It's not gonna like I think some famous speaker said that. I'm quoting it. I'm quoting him. He said like you don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by building that self-belief and work and ethic to like reach to where you want to reach.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, I was in a place where I wanted to like become better, and maybe I had like a bit of a heartbreak and yeah, like I think I don't know if all guys or girls start going to the gym because of the heartbreak.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's a hot take, but for me, obviously one of the reasons too was I wouldn't say I had a heartbreak, not to be dramatic about it, but I did feel I was bullied and I was like unhappy with how I was or whatever, and I was like, damn, like I do want to go to the gym and I do want to make something out of myself, and that's why I feel the gym is a place for everyone to fit in and have this special community. And honestly, the gym community has been growing right
100%.
drastically,
Yeah.
but I'm so interested to hear your perspective
Yeah.
and your own story because I think I know your story, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting. So,
For me, kind of working out has been kind of an integral part of my life from a very young age. Just not in terms of lifting, in terms of sports and fitness. I was constantly doing sports and fitness. I was constantly working out in some manner.
Mm.
Um, so for me, it kind of became second nature. I always say like it's kind of like taking a shower. It's like for me, if I don't work out at least like a certain times a week, or at least 5 times a week, it feels like I haven't showered, and I'm like it feels gross. And
Yeah.
then, but in terms of lifting, like it's different for everyone, right?
Yeah,
Um, I definitely would say that I am addicted to working out. Like it helps like me feel better, and it just in terms of like the confidence, like you were saying as
yeah.
well. But what got me into lifting, I got into high school and I wanted to build strength.
Mm.
Like I realized very quickly that kind of I wasn't as strong as I wanted to be.
Yeah.
Um, and I was always surrounded by people older than me. So it's like around those older kids, like they're almost so much stronger than you, and you're like you look up to them and you're like, dang, I want to get to that
Yeah.
level. So then naturally, I guess I integrated into the gym from just doing sports and body weight stuff. Um, and then as I slowly started lifting, like you said, the confidence you
Yeah.
build it. But it kind of helped me build this routine of just this discipline, you know, like
Yeah.
um, and I always say like I don't use motivation to work out. It's more so of a discipline, right? And then as I grew older, kind of started understanding more about working out. Um, you kind of just make yourself a programmer in your head, and you figure out what your goals are and what you want to do.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't think it was ever about like aesthetic. So it was like working out for me was always about the fitness and the strength. Um, because for football, especially when I played in high school, I had to get strong. So like a lot of people I tell this to, like I was 160 pounds when I
Yeah.
first started, and my personal goal was to build muscle and
Hmm.
kind of gain weight. Um, and I got up to 240 pounds after 4 years. So that's a huge increase, like 80 pounds increase. Um, and it took a lot of hard work. And I think that's something that's overlooked a lot as well. But yeah, just
Okay.
in terms of why we started working out is that. And now it's just an integral part of our lives. Like, yeah.
This brings me to an interesting thing, which is how do we stay motivated?
Mm,
Because
yeah.
as Vin just said, I don't think it's about motivation, it's about discipline.
Yeah.
And I think with working out is like, you go to the gym a lot of times, but you still don't see progress. It takes so much time to see progress. It takes so much time to build muscle or build whatever you want to achieve in the gym. It's just the consistency that matters. And sometimes I just don't feel like I want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But it's like I need to go. Like it's like not a question anymore. It's like the disciplinary thing. Um, which obviously we'll get deeper into later into why or what is too toxic at this point of
Yeah.
like maybe you need to take a break or not. But before we get too deep into that, I just want to focus on that. In
Yeah.
terms of
Hmm.
like staying motivated, is there like someone that maybe you get inspiration from
Hmm.
to stay disciplined and achieve that thing? Because like regardless of who motivates you, you will never be that person, right?
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
your own
Yeah.
character.
100%.
And so, uh, for the people out there, obviously, before I share mine,
Hmm.
what is something that keeps you pushing? Uh,
Yeah. That's a very good question because I think it changes in between the gym and when it comes to sports like Dragon Boat. Because when you're in the gym, you kind of have to motivate yourself,
yeah.
right? You got to find that extrinsic motivation factor and kind of find that intrinsic motivation factor as well, like within you, kind of
Hmm.
what makes you want to push your goals. And I'll be honest, like I don't think I've actually ever felt motivated in a while. Like I haven't felt motivated in a while to go to the gym and work out. It's more so just like I know I have to do this.
Hmm.
Like it's something I have to do, so I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
But then like if we're talking about sports or Dragon Boat, where you kind of have to push yourself,
Yeah.
where you have to keep achieve
It's
going
like you
to the
don't have
next
a
level.
choice.
Exactly, like you are constantly chasing something, and then once you achieve it, you got to go again, and
Yeah.
you just got to focus on improving. And so someone that's actually helped me a lot with that is Jocko Willink. I've
Uh,
talked about him once before.
yeah.
He's a former Navy SEAL.
Is he
And
friends with David Goggins?
he is
All
friends with
right. Yeah.
David Goggins.
I know.
They're kind of like similar cloth. Um, yeah, he is like a huge motivation for me. Um,
Hmm.
just in terms of the kind of stuff he puts out there about kind of embracing the suck. Like you know it's gonna suck,
Yeah.
but you have to go through it. Like especially when I was in the army, like I always used to watch his videos for motivation because there are days where you're like, dang, I really don't want to go to training. But then he's like, it's during those tough times
Yeah.
that you build your character and that you get stronger, right? Whether that's mentally or physically. And I think the greatest part about working out is that mental
Yeah.
fortitude, right?
Definitely.
And for me, that building that more mental fortitude has been my kind of substitute for motivation.
That's
So when I
nice.
don't have that motivation, it's just kind of like
Yeah.
taking a shower. Like if I don't, like there's times where I'm like I don't want to take a shower, but I'm like, you know what, I
Yeah.
gotta take a shower. It's
Uh,
like that, you know. So like, what about you, though?
for me, um, I'm not okay. I really look up to fitness influencers in the industry,
Mm.
like Larry Gao, like to the people who are into the fitness industry or just are a gym rat in general. They'll know what I'm talking about. Like, obviously everybody knows Sebum, right? I'm not gonna like chase Sebum's aesthetic because Sebum is on steroids. Like he obviously is a bodybuilder. It's his life. But I look up to the people who are natural bodybuilders or natural aesthetic, and I'm like, damn, like they have such a nice physique. I want that for myself too, knowing knowing that I'll never achieve that same physique, but just seeing their life, uh, and obviously for me, I'd say since a young age, I've always loved fitness. I've always loved the fitness industry. I've always wished to have this as my like, full-time career and job. Um, and that's I think that's why when I look up to people who actually have it as their career and job, I'm so inspired to go to the gym, give it like my best, try to look my best. Because at the end of the day, I think I know when I'm sad, I'll just remember that I don't know. I don't want it to sound a bit of narcissistic, but I was like, but I was like, hey, you know what? At least you take care of your body. At least you're fit. At least you look good. Shirtless, and that you look, that you take care of your body and you haven't left yourself astray, and that you, I think building your body lets you know that you care about yourself
Yeah, yeah.
and that you want to take care of yourself.
Mhm.
But I think for me, I lost motivation to go to the gym. It's for me just I need to. Like I feel better going, knowing that I'll feel better after I hit the gym, and um, it keeps me going. Knowing
Mhm.
that after I'm done with the gym, if I had a bad day, this day will be a bit better. Especially when I go to the gym and I see my friends there.
Mhm.
You talk to them, they're smiling, they're having fun, they're throwing the weights all around, and it's just like, damn, you know what? I'm happy that I came instead of staying at home sad or depressed or if I'm not doing well. Um, so for me, it's as you said. Also, David Goggins, I think, is a big inspiration for me. Because he's like, who's gonna carry the boats? Like all that stuff. He's crazy though. I'm I do need to fix my sleeping schedule though. I'll say that because when I look up to him, he wakes up early in the morning, which is actually good. But we'll leave that for another time. But yeah, like I think waking up early in the morning does give you the sense of productivity. When I don't wake up early in the morning, I do feel a bit sad because
Yeah.
it has ruined my day to do so.
In terms of like, I just want to add a quick thing. Like in terms of workout goals, like you already see like the differences in our goals. So,
Yeah,
like you work out so it's like you feel better, right? Like
yeah.
you physically like
I
you work out for the
aesthetic,
aesthetic, right?
aesthetic,
And then I
definitely.
work out for fitness. Whereas like another thing I want to touch on is like people that work out for health,
Yeah.
right? Maybe they don't want to achieve like a certain body type,
I
but
mean,
they're working out for health itself, right?
I do care. I do still care about my health. So obviously, to touch back on to what we said, we spoke about a bit of how toxic the fitness industry can be,
Hmm.
and it all revolves around like, they don't know me, son, or who's gonna carry the boats, or there is no tomorrow. All that edits that you see on freaking Instagram, and like, sure, there is no tomorrow, and you should be grind every single day, but sometimes you will burn out, and understanding that you need to take some time to recover and attack the next week better is important and crucial, which I think people can misunderstand it. Um, and I see some very strong like TikTok. or Instagram reels that are like, uh, you're tired, but you know what? Nobody cares. Work harder, right? That is very true. Okay, that is very true. But some people can misinterpret it into like, you know, oh, like everybody hates me, like nobody cares about how I feel, and that is also very true, actually.
No,
Damn.
it's not.
That is
Anyway.
no, you know what? I kind of am proving myself wrong in aspects. It's good to have a balance of
Yeah.
pushing yourself hard or not, but you know what? Like in some of these reels where like, oh, nobody cares about you, work harder, whatever. That's true. Nobody's gonna come and do the work for you, so you need to work harder. But to save yourself, you need to recover sometimes. You need to take a bit of a break. But yes, all the things about nobody cares, you need to work harder, whatever. Yes, because nobody's gonna come and do the work for you. And if you want something,
Yeah.
you need to go and do it yourself. We've said that, we've preached that on the podcast a lot of times. So yes, you have to be critical about it. You got to be rational about it, then emotional about it. You have feelings involved. David Goggins said it. You're gonna get lost in the process. It's something I'm working on. I'm trying to like eliminate feeling things when I want to do things that I'm supposed to do. It doesn't matter how I feel, and it doesn't matter if today I feel good or not. You need to do it. Uh, but this is why we say it gets messed up in the toxic. It gives you toxic feelings later on, where you I think can be like, I'm not working hard enough. Um, and this can apply to a lot of things. You're never going to be working as hard as you could be because always things are going to arise in your life. There are going to be some things that will, maybe decrease that percentage of happening, but that's okay. That's life.
Mhm.
Things don't always go to plan. Um, but having this, how can I word it in the best way possible? All right. Having this balance of I need to work hard, but also I need to give myself some time to reflect and be in the moment is very crucial.
Mhm.
Um,
I think like
yeah.
for me the toxicity that kind of has been like most apparent to me has especially since I do climb and stuff like that, it's body image and just in terms of how people approach certain things like weight. Um, for example, like I'll use the climbing community as an example.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that kind of being lighter is better for climbing. Like it's a lot of people say it. Like if you are heavier, it's going to be harder for climbing, and I that's something that's affected me a lot because being over 200 pounds, that's 200 pounds against gravity. That's a lot harder to climb than if I was 170, for example. But in the climbing community, this has become kind of a toxic thing where people have gone on unhealthy diets to try and cut weight, especially in the MMA community as well. Like people cut weight so much and it's not good for your body. Like
Yeah.
science like has literally shown like your organs are going to get damaged. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
Um, but in terms of something that people lifting weights, for example, can feel, it's body image or body dysmorphia. Like
Yeah.
that's something that's talked about a lot. It's joked about a lot, but I feel like it isn't touched upon too much.
hmm I think we all feel that
Yeah,
sort of like about like I'm never like the physique that I want or never
exactly.
big enough,
Yeah, and then I think like
which applies to everybody, by the way.
yeah, the biggest thing like is a lot of people talk about kind of the gym bro mentality, right? Like kind of this whole there's like a recent explosion after COVID of people
Mm.
working out, and everyone's trying to achieve this like muscular physique. But at the
Yeah.
same time, if that's not your goals, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Like if you're just trying to be healthy, that's okay.
Don't join the crowd just because you
Exactly.
want to join the
You
crowd.
don't need to go to the gym 6 times a week, lift heavy weights and stuff like that. If that's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you're just looking for a healthy body, then just do that. You can literally work out for 25 minutes a day and that'll be
Yeah.
enough.
You don't
Yeah,
need to go 6 times a week to the gym
exactly.
to look good, by the way. 4 times is enough.
Yeah.
3 times is even enough. If you're training them to failure and applying pretty decent hypertrophy to your muscles, you should be
Yeah.
fine.
And it
Uh,
depends on your goals, right? It all
yeah.
depends on your goals.
Everybody's different. I think uh, we're just trying to like put it out there that don't generalize everything that you see on social media, because maybe the person's goals on social media is to motivate a specific niche that maybe you do not want to be part of.
Mhm.
So don't get caught up in the crowd. Stand out. Um,
Take care of
yeah,
yourself. Like the biggest thing with fitness and working out is to take care of yourself.
yeah,
It's never about, oh, I'm gonna go and do 625 on deadlifts. Like it doesn't like that doesn't matter. Just focus on yourself. And if you can do 625 on deadlifts, that's good for you.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
just focus on what works for you, and not everything's gonna work like the same as it does for other people.
Chase your own goals.
Exactly, exactly.
I think you spoke about the gym bro thing. I think it's so important to have a gym bro. A gym bro, gym girl,
Yeah, just
whoever
like
it is,
someone
like
that just
yeah,
the community that you can
just
connect with.
somebody that can like be there to push you, bro. It's just good positive energy when you have your gym bro there. There's memes about it too. That like, oh one of my gym bros surpasses me in weight or whatever, and like you trying to like not help him, achieve it. But obviously, people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. People who get it, they get it. But yeah, like it's so just important, and I just like how from that, the fitness community has been able to like make memes and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, what do you think has is like your favorite meme currently on social media?
In terms of like working out.
Yeah, so in terms of fitness industry in general, like, because like we've obviously,
It's definitely, well, I can relate to it. It's definitely the waiting at the gym until your gym bro comes and this happens too often.
he does too though. He does too. But
Very rarely, but it's like it's the meme where it's like you're kind of just sitting there
yeah.
and you're like waiting for your gym bro to come and it's just sad.
Or when your gym bro doesn't show up
Yeah.
sometimes and doesn't come to the gym and you have to go by yourself.
No, but it is actually really interesting though. Like now that I work out with like you, Edwin, and like so many other people,
Yeah.
whenever it's me alone at the gym now,
It's
and
sad.
I'm like, dang,
Yeah, I
like
know.
I'm in my rest set, and I'm literally just sitting there, and I'm like, if this was my normal rest set, I'd be talking with everyone
Yeah.
around me and figuring out how I can improve my next set and stuff like that, or just
Yeah.
having a conversation.
It's so like I I go to the gym alone sometimes and it's so depressing now because I've been so used to like going to the gym with my friends and I'm just like ollie lifting and like people are like, yeah, lift it
Yeah,
up, big brace, like
yeah.
that kind of stuff. And it's just like
I think that
you get
the
used to
greatest
it.
thing about the summer is just being able to go to the gym for
Yeah.
like 4 hours.
This summer, man, like
Unemployed people like
uh
us.
yeah. uh it's just like trying to make the best out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I'm so grateful to have you and Edwin, like, just going to the gym and like, bro, we
Grateful
just
for
have a
you.
good.
I'm grateful for you too, man.
Oh, if you want to know what just happened, watch the YouTube video right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, like I love the baby, don't hurt me
Oh yeah, yeah.
no more.
The
It's so
over
funny.
voice,
It's just
yeah.
like it's stupid, but like I've seen the memes of the fitness industry, and they're stupid, but it's so funny that you relate to it. Or like when she tells you pull up, so you just end up going doing a pull up on the bar.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like this so like stupid
Yeah.
but funny
Dude,
memes.
I think the memes are definitely what helped grow the community
Oh
too.
my God,
Because
yeah.
like if you think about it, before COVID, like I don't remember the gym community being this big.
Yeah.
Like gyms did not used to be this
Mm.
packed. But then right after COVID hit, the gyms are so packed
It's
now.
crazy that after COVID that happened. I don't know what did that happen?
I think it's just people were able to be online a lot more, and kind of I think a lot of people realized like being sedentary, like just
Yeah.
that sedentary lifestyle wasn't like good for
I
them.
think when people got locked away from the gyms, they figured out the
Yeah,
meaning of going to the gym and
yeah,
like how meaningful it is to go to the gym.
yeah.
Um,
Because it was sad.
yeah.
Like I'm sure you can relate, but I was constantly hitting the gym so often before COVID, and then COVID hit, all the gyms closed, and then
You know,
I wasn't sitting at home. I had to switch to body weight exercises,
yeah,
but
yeah. I never
yeah,
was a big like I used to do CrossFit. I used to gym with my dad. I think but I was never like a big, gym person. Uh, that much. I was always like home workout guy. Do the push-ups, do the sit-ups, do the 3 kg dumbbell exercises, that I had at home just like to work out or whatever. Or the 5 minute workout on YouTube
yeah,
before like the gym community became something. But it's crazy how the gym community, just like you said, like
yeah,
grew from the COVID. It's like
yeah.
all the fitness influencers that now we saw, like they never were a thing until
Yeah.
after
Oh,
people started
or
going
just
out.
during COVID, yeah. I think it's honestly really good to see because I like as much as I go to the gym and it's packed and there's no like platforms to lift on, at the
Oh
same
my
time
God.
I'm like, you know what? These people are out here. They're going out there, they're doing something good for their
Hmm.
body and their mental health, and this is amazing.
It is a struggle. It is a struggle.
So yeah, but yeah, like I think it's amazing. Like
Yeah. Um, let me wait. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't leave. Don't leave. Let me because I have a set of questions that I wanted to ask you. So, all right. This is hard, I think, for me at least to come up with. But if you had a superpower, a superpower, if you're gonna be a fitness superhero, what would you be? What would your superpower be? What would it be, man?
fitness superhero.
For
It probably have to be something running related. Um,
Flash? Or
yeah, probably not the Flash. I think maybe the Flash, because
really?
I like my favorite form of cardio still is running.
Mm.
I like I'm gearing up for a marathon coming up soon. So it's like I'm hoping to I don't know, this running feels so nice.
Yeah.
So if I had a superpower, it'd definitely be like not speed though. I don't like sprints. I used to love sprints, but now I like long distance, like stamina running. Maybe David Goggins would be my superpower.
Yeah. I mean, is David Goggins considered to be a superhero?
Bro,
He kind
what
of
he does
is.
is not
He
like
kind of is.
it's
He's
not healthy and it's not normal for a normal person to
Man of
do,
Steel.
but he
Yeah.
can do it.
He
Yeah.
he can break up his bones and still walk. This guy's like
Yeah.
never quits.
Yeah.
For me, I'm Batman. You know, people want to deny it and run away from it, but I'm Batman. I'm pretty sure people know that. Uh, and this also links me back to the memes of Batman on freaking the fitness industry. Like when she calls me Batman, and like, oh my God, I love them so much. They're so funny but stupid, and they just make my day. Because it's like my humor is so dead now, but because of like, but it's just funny. It doesn't matter. I do like the Batman.
No, he admitted to his humor being dead now.
Yeah, it's fine. I did some friendly fire on myself right now. Um, let me see. I mean, I think I'd say Batman because of how crazy he is in the fitness industry right now. But one Captain America, bro.
Yo, that's
Captain
yeah.
America. I'd wanna like honestly. I got some inspiration from it when I posted that picture of me when I was skinny, and then 2 years later, obviously like I strived for that Captain America physique, that because he has like that V shape. If people know what I'm talking about, like the Dorito, I call it. I'm kind of hungry actually. Yeah. Do you want a Dorito?
Oh, yo,
No,
we
you don't want a Dorito? Okay, I'll just kill myself.
the in terms of
What?
like, hold on, we can start this in the next one. I
Yeah.
want to talk about like diets, like what bulking diets, cutting diets.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, we'll go to it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask a quick question about diets because I know that's a huge thing, and this is like disclaimer, it's all variable. It all depends on what works for
Yeah,
you, what
whatever you
movements work
want.
for you. But in terms of diet, like how does it look for you when you bulk versus you cut or when you're maintaining?
Um, I think when it's winter, it's like generally where the bulking season is for everybody. I just like it's unhealthy. I do not recommend it. It's eating junk food, eating garbage food, and you're gaining weight, you're gaining fat with it. Um, I have been cutting now, but I don't know. I don't think I care anymore about cutting and bulking because I'm doing Olympic lifting. It doesn't really matter anymore to me. Uh, I still strive for aesthetic. I still do bodybuilding accessories and exercises, I mean. But yeah, I think in terms of like bulking and cutting, I just try to eat healthy food. I'm cooking at home now. I used to order a lot because I was so lazy to cook. So lazy. Now I just cook my own food. I do get hungrier though, because food at home is like less dense, I think. Or I
Hmm.
at least I make it less dense, like in terms of like calories and stuff. So I eat more. And so I just maintain it. I don't really have a bulking cutting phase to cut it like short and tell you the honest like
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
But I think when I used to, I'll share a bit of what I used to do. Like as I said, winter eat kind of trash food. I'll just be honest. Sometimes good food, and then summer I'm eating less food, maybe 3 meals a day, and they're just like rice, chicken, broccoli, all that kind of food, and less sweets.
Hmm.
Um, but that I want you to share your thoughts on it. and then I will bring you to something else more important afterwards. But yeah, say it. What do
Oh,
you think?
my
Yeah.
diets. So for me, like for reference, right now, I'm trying to figure out what weight my body works the best at. Because everyone has that different weight, that kind of sweet spot. Because I know when I'm above like 210, I feel very heavy, but I haven't gone below 200 in a while, so I'm trying to see where my body feels good.
Mm.
And when I'm running or doing like any exercise, for example, where my body feels fluid.
Hmm.
So right now, since it's summer and I'm at home, I kind of eat what my mom makes
Yeah.
because I try to cherish that as much as possible.
Yeah.
But usually, like at home, we eat very well balanced meals.
Hmm.
There's always high fibers. Recently, I've kind of started cutting out most meats except for fish.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's kind of just
You're not a big fish guy?
no. I'm a huge a fish guy. Like I don't eat. I only eat fish now.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, I heard
Yeah.
it wrong.
So I don't know why, but I guess I just lost the taste
I
for
don't
any
like
of the
chicken
meats.
as much anymore,
Yeah.
actually. I don't know
So I eat
why.
a lot. I eat a lot of fish. Um, and right now I do intermittent fasting as well. So my first meal is usually around roughly. I try not to eat before I work out, but if I'm working out in the evening, I'll have something small in the morning. I eat around like
Mm.
11 or 12. I try to have my last meal around 9 or 10 the day before.
Which, by the way, this, I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, I think it's very important to eat before going to work out, at least for me. Like, I don't know how this guy does
Yeah.
it. It's not like sometimes maybe for religious reasons, maybe you need to,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or maybe you just like doing it,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I remember like lifting and I was almost gonna fall, like actually fall because of the weight,
Yeah.
because I didn't eat properly. And what happens is like high
Yeah.
blood pressure, you haven't
Yeah.
eaten
Yeah.
proper food that is dense that will like help you lift. You don't have enough energy. You tend to freaking fall on the ground,
Yeah.
get dizzy. So yeah, make sure you eat.
Yeah.
But
You gotta. That's the thing. Like you gotta work. You
yeah,
gotta figure out what works for you, right? Because for me, when I eat and I work out, I feel like I'm immediately gonna throw up,
you
or like I feel really heavy.
have a
So that
sensitive stomach.
kind of, yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit, but not too much. But I try not to like. For me, I didn't just straight up stop eating before I started working out.
Hmm.
Over time, I kind of built up to it.
Yeah.
Kind of I'd eat less and less before I work out, and then like, I got to the point where I could comfortably work out without eating. So definitely like figure out what works for you, right?
Yeah.
Like not everyone's diets work
Honestly,
for each other.
again, like to kind of link things together, be sure to eat. Like, don't find food as an enemy.
Yeah, 100%. Have
Because,
a good relationship with food.
you know, yeah, carbs are your friends. Like, honestly, they help give you energy. Like, a lot of people have a bad relationship with carbs. Like, don't eat carbs, vegetables, meat. That's it. That's all you got. This is healthy, by the way, vegetables and meat. But you need carbs. They give you energy. They fuel you. They push you. They're good. They're healthy for your muscles, and they have good nutrients for you. Obviously,
Mhm.
don't eat unhealthy carbs, but
Yeah.
like eat healthy carbs. Healthy carbs.
And it's good to indulge sometimes. Like
Oh yeah.
don't hold
Have
yourself
cheat
back.
meals or not
Yeah.
even cheat meals. Like you can have like a I like to call it garbage food or like the you can have a fast food meal a day. It's fine as long as you're working out and like,
Yeah, as long as
not
you're
not
doing
every
something
single
healthy.
day, okay? But
I mean,
like
yeah, not every single
not
day.
every single day, but like you can put unhealthy stuff, you can eat them throughout the week. It's okay as long as you're not going. There's extremes to things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't exceed it, but also like you can't live off just like chicken and broccoli and
Mhm.
rice and like you'll really like hate your life and you'll hate working out and most importantly you'll quit working out because of the food that you're.
Food is fuel.
Yeah,
Food
food
is
is fuel.
fuel.
I love food, bro.
It is yeah, honestly like I say this sometimes. I work out so I can eat.
Yeah,
That's why I hate the cutting season
yeah,
so much is because I can't eat what I would like to as much.
yeah,
So then I'm like, because I
bro.
eat food in bulk
I haven't
amounts,
had
bro.
breakfast right now and I'm feeling so hungry. I'm so hungry right now. After this,
Yeah.
after we're done, bro, I'm gonna eat. Um, okay. So I think in terms of questions, I don't think I have any more I want to ask. So to wrap this up, uh, one takeaway as always for you, for the people who want to start the gym, what would you tell them? To people who obviously have never started the gym, are afraid of putting themselves out there starting the gym because they're afraid of how people might judge them in the gym.
That could be one of the reasons as well. I think one advice I'd have for someone starting out of the gym, take your time, Don't be able to ask questions. I mean, don't be afraid to ask questions, sorry.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone at the gym, a lot of people at least, a lot of people we meet, if you ask them questions, they're happy to help you,
Yeah.
right? Remember that, remember to have good form and technique no matter what you do. And this is something to help build your body. And not your body, it's not just your body, but your mind as well.
Yeah.
So you're doing this for yourself. So take care of your body, right? Take care of what you're doing and don't push yourself too hard, like over the limit, straight away. Build yourself up and don't compare yourself too much.
Mhm.
Like if you see someone doing like huge amounts of weights and then that affects you and you're like, oh dang,
Yeah.
you start to like put yourself down. Know that it's always a process. Like everyone starts somewhere. Like there was a time that when I first started working out, I couldn't even curl the 10-pound dumbbell,
Yeah.
and now I curl like the 45. So it's like you work up to it, and just
Definitely.
appreciate the small wins.
Mm.
Take it a day at a time, step by step.
Okay, for me, here we go. I think you need to remember, first of all, you need to give yourself enough credit. We don't usually do that. We
Mm-hmm.
forget to do that. Uh, so past Yusuf, or if I wanted to say to myself something, I'd just say, um, you know, it's obviously hard in the beginning. I think to even start working out and getting into the groove. When we say like, oh, I love going to the gym and I can't skip it, is because obviously we've been past the stage where, oh, I don't know if I want to go to the gym, because we've seen the results that we've gone from the gym. So when people see it, they're like, why do these people feel motivated to go to the gym, and why am I not as motivated as them? As because they've been doing it long enough for them to feel like they always want to go.
Yeah.
So don't compare yourself to the people who have been going it for a while. Obviously, if you're starting out, just know that it's gonna be hard in the beginning to even want to go to the gym, because you're just like, I haven't like gotten my biceps or my legs to grow as much, so I don't know if I really want to go to the gym today. I'll just skip, right? And it's obviously hard to be in that position, but just know, if every single day you just show up, okay? You don't need to be there for hours. Just show up 40 minutes. You start seeing some improvement. You start falling into the gym. Obviously, you start seeing things on the social media that drive you more in love with the fitness industry and stuff like that. And then you kind of start, becoming like they call them nowadays, gym rat, gym girl, whatever, like the gym bro, gym girl, names that people get when they start falling in love with the gym. So yeah, I think that's the thing that I want to share. We see a lot of things on social
Yeah.
media that can make us have a negative perception of who we are, and it's hard. I'm working on it. I do feel sometimes I do compare myself, and it's, as much as I would say it's hard, or you shouldn't compare yourself, it's not as easy, because you always want to strive to be the better you. But when you're busy doing that and you're not seeing the progress that you want, but you see the progress of others, you tend to feel negatively about yourself,
Yeah.
right?
And also have fun.
And have fun.
Don't forget to smile.
I'm sorry, bro. I literally got you
Yeah.
to be sad right now. I do not want to end it on a sad note.
Yeah, have fun. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, have fun, bro.
Don't be afraid to smile.
The gym is a place for everyone.
The gym is a place to find the love for yourself.
Or find the love of your life. Do not shoot your shot in the gym, guys. For all the men out there, I don't think girls want to be approached in the gym. I think they find it creepy. I have never done it. I'm the kind of guy who would just look at my gym crush and be like, hey, and then just look to my side and just do my own thing. But yeah, do not approach your gym crush in the gym, because it depends on the girl.
No, just work out.
This-
Just go out
see-
there to work out.
I'm leaving you guys with a funny note. I'm no longer trying to leave you guys with a sad note. Shoot your shot, man, but not in the gym.
Yeah, but just go out, work out. And it doesn't only have to be in the gym, right? You can go find yourself like a track, or just even go hike outside, go on a walk in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Get moving, move that body.
And yeah, focus on yourself.
Yep, yep.
All right, guys. As always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel. Check us on Instagram. Check us on TikTok. We go by Crash Course or Nothing Podcast. I'm Youssef again. He's Vin. Thank you, Noah, behind the camera. See you guys later.
Peace and love.